Hello, chess people. Welcome back to another video by yours truly. And before we get started here, I would just like to say a very heartfelt thank you to all of my subscribers, because subscriber watch time on my last video accounted for the vast majority of the watch time on the night pawn video. So, thank you. Thank you very much, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. So, I found a chess section in the newspaper, kind of that was kind of being used as packing material for my flowers at work today. So, I it kind of caught my eye, so I thought I'd share the article with you. This article is from September 2022. So it's kind of it's an older article. It's not a but it's new enough, and I thought it was just kind of cool. And before we get into the game and the position I have after that, I'm just going to read the article to you, and then we're going to play through the game, the featured game. So this article is by Shelby Lyman. The black and white squares of the chessboard have provided familiar comfort to an 8-year-old boy uprooted from his home in war-ravaged Ukraine. Maksym Kryshtafor, Ukraine's under-8 chess champion, and his mother fled their home city of Odessa shortly after Russia attacked on February the 24th. They were just two of an estimated 5 million refugees from the country. The pair took refuge in Romania. Then the English Chess Federation read an email from Maksym's mother, TV journalist Irina Kryshtafor, 45, seeking help. The family of a Federation member welcomed the pair to their home in North Yorkshire, about 200 miles north of London, under a program that allows temporary residency. Just 4 days later, the chess skills of the youngster with a toy cat and blonde shag haircut emerged. Despite being seeded 55th out of 58 players, Maksym startled opponents by winning 5 out of 5 games to win the minor tournament of the Durham Chess Conference in May. Maksym took up chess at age 4. Before the war, he attended regular school for 4 hours a day and then a chess school for 6 more hours, according to Malcolm Payne, International Director of the English Chess Federation. Payne wrote in the Sunday Telegraph newspaper that Maksym now attends school in North Yorkshire and studies chess via Skype with a Ukrainian grandmaster. Maksym's chess rating has risen from 1233 in October to 1324 in August. That's a promising start for a player who aspires to hit the 2500 Grandmaster level by age 12. Below, Maksym Kryshtafor checkmates opponent Defne Kasar of Turkey in a schools-friendly online tournament in January 2021. So, Kasar is white in this game, and Kryshtafor is black. So, our young Maksym has the black pieces, and so this is basically an intermediate game, and we'll just kind of go through it and go over it a little bit. And let's have the evaluation on just for entertainment purposes. So his opponent starts out g3, d5, taking the center, bishop g2, um, Knight c6. Not the best move, but he's following the general principles, which is awesome to see. b3, knight f6, bishop b2, e5. I mean, I wish all intermediate players played this way. That would be awesome. Um, but yes, I don't know why some intermediate players just decide to double fianchetto like right at the start. It's a weird phenomenon. Uh, but Maxime is taking the center, developing knights to the center, knights before bishops. You know, the classic opening principles. So it's really really good to see. Um, White plays e3, bishop d6, knight e2, bishop e6, d3. So yeah, white is playing with kind of like it's like a small center perk pierce kind of structure. b3 and then queen to e7, just developing pieces, about to castle which way or another, following general opening principles while his opponent kind of just doesn't take the center, develops pieces to try to take control of the center with pieces instead of pawns. Castle and castle rook fe8, h3, kind of a weakening move. Wouldn't play that. That's not necessary. Rook a to d8. Look at this. Perfect play right there. That's how you wanna that's how you wanna play if you're black. Um, Controlling the center. Knights before bishops. Castled. Rooks to the center. I mean, if an 8-year-old a boy can play like this, you can too. And this isn't even the best way to play as black, but but it's a lot better than some of y'all games that I see. I kid. It's all in good fun. King h2, h6, f4, e takes f, which I think is an okay move. Oh, e takes f. This is really not great. We uh, should be exchanging towards the center, not away from it. uh, but here, I think I would have let white capture here, or I would have just went forward, take space or something. Just doing something other than, yeah, I don't think I would have captured there, but it's probably fine. Takes f, e takes f, bishop d7, making room for the queen. That's hacking. Right, knight c3. Basically, white structure is less flexible than black's. Um, Opening principles are things for a reason. a6, knight d5, knight d5. So yeah, black I think kind of overlooked the pawn there, I think. Bishop e6, kind of maneuvering, trying to get a favorable trade. Bishop g2, and here white has the advantage because of having a center pawn and full control of these diagonals. That's what leads to the one pawn advantage, and plus, of course, being a pawn up, of course, contributes to being a pawn up. So white definitely has an advantage here, but the game is not over. Bishop c5, rook e1, putting the rook on the file. e7, attacking the king side. Knight e4, bishop a7. A little bit of an overreaction. Probably bishop b6 is a little better. Queen e2, knight d4, bishop d4, bishop d4, rook a d1. Look, trying to get something going here, but here white has traded bishop for knight, which is not a great trade because you leave all of these dark square weaknesses. And guess which piece controls dark squares most effectively? Exactly, the dark squared bishop, which now white does not have. Rook a d1, bishop d5. Basically, if white can get rid of this bishop, it will be a really good start. Queen g4, which of course blunders a fork. F4, f5, which was played. Knight f6 check. Going to lose a piece, might as well lose it in style. Bishop f6, bishop d5. By the way, when you're down material, don't trade pieces, trade pawns instead. This is a check, so black cannot capture the queen. Queen d5, centralizing the queen. Look at that. Controls all of the dark and the light squares, diagonals. Basically, white this game just lost control of the important diagonals and ended up swiftly losing after queen d5. Rook e8 check, rook e8, queen g6. This is just a one move threat, and it's now mate into rook e2, king g1, queen g2 mate. So that was the game, and but white. Let's go back over it. Very. This is kind of a strange way to play. Very small center, pierce kind of way to play. While black just did everything that was like what you're supposed to do. There's a reason they teach principles this way. Okay, take, capture towards the center, not away from it as a general rule. Plus you're opening up this e-file, and yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, and knight c3, white position is less flexible. a6, kind of overlooking that the pawn could be captured there. But still, game's not over. Plenty of ways for white to screw up. Queen d7, here, knight e4, bishop a7, queen e2, knight there, and oh yeah, this trade was really bad. Trading the dark squared bishop for the knight. Yeah, basically now black has control of all of white's dark squared weaknesses. kd1, bishop there, queen g4, tries to trade queens but runs into to f5, the fork. Knight f6 check. It's going to lose the knight anyway. Bishop takes knight, and after this trade, another not great trade, black now has control of the diagonals, dark squared and light squared diagonals that are really important. Basically, white lost control of those and then swiftly lost, just like this. Yep, tries. By the way, the queen cannot checkmate a king by herself. She needs help, and runs into this mate since the king is not safe. So I hope you enjoyed that game. I got one more position to show you. Uh, this is from the beginner's corner. So this is a puzzle, and it is white to play. White has a knight versus the queen. King is quite open, quite close to the queen, which is kind of a little scary. But go ahead and pause your video and figure out the best course of action for white. Alrighty, I'm going to reveal the answer now. The answer is b3, which traps the queen. B3 is attained through this answer is attained through the lack of squares that the queen can that the queen controls, and that white is covering basically all of them. So after b3, the black queen cannot go here because of the fork. Oops. After queen c8, the same thing happens. Another fork. And this square is covered, that square is covered, this square is covered by the knight, this square is covered, this square is covered, this square is covered, and these three are off limits. So the black queen is actually trapped here. And the queen has no better than queen takes and e takes, um, which captures knight for queen, and this is a winning king and pawn ending, as this pawn will promote to a queen after some rudimentary maneuvering. So I thought I would share that little article with you. I found it purely by chance, so um, I hope you enjoyed it, and that would never have been seen if I hadn't just found it amongst my packaging material and my flowers. So have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again in another video. Take care.